Well, it would mean specifically that we would strengthen up our borders, would be very careful who we allow into our country. Our country has got a lot of problems. We have a lot of people in our country right now that probably and definitely have the same feelings and the same feeling of hate as the people in Brussels. You know, George, I was in Brussels many times over the years, and it used to be a safe and beautiful city. And then it really changed. And I want to tell you, now it's like an armed camp. Anybody that goes there will tell you it's like an armed camp. And I'm talking about before this morning's brutal attack. That was a horrible attack. And Brussels is different, and Paris is different, and lots of places are different, and the police don't have control of it anymore, and it's a very sad thing to see what's happening. Well, I'd be hitting ISIS so hard, and I was not in favor of Iraq, and I was not in favor of a lot of things, but with ISIS, with the chopping off of the heads, and this is ISIS-related, of course, but with the chopping off of the heads and what's going on, the brutality, you've got to hit ISIS so hard, and you've got to take them out and not play tiddlywinks like we're playing right now. And again, we've already spent probably $4 trillion in the Middle East, and we have to rebuild our own country. And we've spent so many lives and so much money in the Middle East now. It's so sad to see what's happened. And frankly, it's worse now than it was 15 years ago when we started. Absolutely worse. If we wouldn't have done anything, it would have been better now. If our presidents would have gone to the beach and taken it easy, the Middle East would be in better shape than it is right now. Now, the way ISIS is spreading, and if we allow ISIS to continue to come in or people to continue to come in that are undocumented, you look at our country, we're taking people, we have no idea where they're coming from the migration. We are from Syria. We have no idea where they're coming from, who they are, where they were. We have people coming in with no documentation into our country, and they could be ISIS. You don't know. You have no idea where they're coming from. So we have to be a lot tougher, a lot smarter. And frankly, you know, one of the most disturbing things is the man that was caught yesterday, and this is retaliation for that. The man that was caught yesterday was living right where he grew up. He was living in the neighborhood. Everybody knew he was there, and they never turned him in. They caught him by accident. They never turned him in. I would use maximum interrogation technique. I would use waterboarding, and I would try and expand the laws so we can go beyond waterboarding. Now,
even though waterboarding is not within United States law right now?
Well, they say it probably isn't because Obama has wielded it out. Now, from what everybody tells me, waterboarding is not allowed to be used right now. And right now, I would expand it. I would have waterboarding, and I'd go a step further. Let me tell you, these attacks were based on him. He probably knew these attacks were going to occur. If we had techniques that were strong and the way we should have. You know, we play by the rules. They don't play by the rules, George. You're not going to win. If you can't play, if they're not going to play by the rules, and if we're going to play by the rules, we're not going to have too many victories. We could have probably cut this off if they had the right technique and used the right technique on him. Instead, he's sitting in a jail, probably has 15 lawyers around him, tell him don't speak, don't talk. And that's the way the world is being run right now. Certainly it's the way our country is being run.